Sports.
Venti is large.
No, Venti is 20.
Danny.
Yeah. Large is large. In fact, tall is large, and grande is Spanish for large. Venti's the only one that doesn't mean large. It's also the only one that's Italian. Congratulations, you're stupid in 3 languages.
Honey, that's great coffee. It's
Smell good ground coffee.
Hey, here's your free cup of coffee from a lady in Rhode Island.
What?
I love that. But I love this too. I don't know if you can see it. My glass is fogged up. Morning, guys. It's that show where we sit and talk until the coffee's gone. Let's see. Let's go all the way back to the beginning. Martine is who's here running the chat. Jacob the critic, give her a break. Her dog stepped on a bee. I don't know what that's about. Let's see. Das Wolfen is here. Good morning. How you doing, buddy? Excellent. Best way to start a damn day. Socks, hello, buddy. And there's only 2 of us here right now, but I don't care. People slowly roll in. Good morning, PJO. I'm still suffering from my allergies. I don't know if you can see these bags under my eyes. They're kicking my butt again. But so far, so good. You know, I didn't have to use Benadryl this morning. Yesterday, my sinuses were on fire. And I'm assuming it's because it's dogwood season. So dogwood kicks my butt. Yeah, deathly allergic to dogwood. And I moved to the state with the most dogwood. So let's see. So I was talking with Tom this morning. Martine got to listen in on my conversation with him. And I asked permission to show the new video from Midnight's Edge on our show. So we're going to be premiering that new video today from Midnight's Edge. It is interesting, to say the least. It talks specifically about Rian Johnson's Star Wars films being put on the back burner. So, yeah, telling you now, that ain't happening. They'll never make his films. She's leaving, and she was his only friend. So we will not be seeing that. I'm looking at stuff here. Yellow Flash just posted a thing. So I'm going to be talking about what he posted about today as well, because interesting stories going on everywhere. And then I'm also going to talk about where this Friday is a big show for us. We've got Sarah Frazetta coming back on, and I'm hoping we're going to get some of the other Frazetta girls on the show. We won't get to do a live stream of the tour of the museum because it doesn't open back up until February. That's right. I pronounce February, because that's how it's actually pronounced. People mispronounce the word February that way. They go February. No, there's an R in there. February. My daughter was blown away by that when I taught her that. I said, no, there's an R in there. And she looked and she's, oh my God. I said, yeah, you're supposed to pronounce that R. It's not a silent R. It's an R. February. I raised my daughter to enunciate and pronounce words correctly. Let's see, what do we got? And she's not as bad as me, but she's a grammar Nazi. Let's see. Good morning, D-Bub Martin. What is up, man? Good to see you. Oh, Peter Venkman Fanside is here. What's up? The Boys season 3 premieres this Friday. You know what I'll be doing Friday night? So let's see. Monkey Jeebus is here too. What is up, my friend? Good to see you guys. Would cover some panelists in certain. Yeah. I'm not going to worry about it, Martin. Martin's chatting with me in the private chat. Put a new overlay on here just for this show. It would cover up other people if we were doing like panels and stuff. So when we do panels, this is the new overlay I'm using. But if we have panels, I'm just going to, panelists on the show, like guests. Like tomorrow, I'm expecting to have Fat Steven Seagal on to promote our show on tomorrow night. Today, we've got a new show at 5 o'clock Central Time. It is The Scoop Zone. It will premiere at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. I will be in the chat. I'm hoping some of the other guys will be in the chat, but looking forward to that. So I've got that one for when we have panelists up there in the right-hand corner, or I have this one for when it's just me by myself. Hey, Pops, what's going on? Good to see you, man. And of course, that is Mr. Tickle Trunk. Yes. And I'll have another sip of coffee. Get my motor going. Yes, I know. Oh, yes, I'm very excited about that. Orville, yes. Just woke up not long ago. Me too. I woke up at exactly 9:02. And if I go for a couple of hours, if I wake up earlier, these bags under my eyes would go away. But, I got them because, fuck it, allergies. Yep. All right, I read them all. So let's get into the news. I find it interesting, just some of the shit that ends up in my feed. And I saw this video yesterday of her fucking doing this. Here, I'll play it for you real quick. Oh, I got to go to Twitter. I forgot about that when you click on the video. So here we go. Amber Heard is fake writing. It's a performance. It's a performance for the cameras and the judge. And I can't remember if they have a jury for the jury. What's this? Monkey says, my friend Basshead had dark bags under his eyes like a panda before he died. Yeah, that's actually, when you see dark bags, there's something else going on. With mine, mine go away pretty quickly in the morning. This happens only during allergy season. For me, dogwood. Dogwood is the one that kicks my ass. And so, yeah, fucking shit, man. Anyway, I'll be missing it on premiere because I am finally taking my nephew to see Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Going to be able to see Top Gun until later in the week. Hey, it's good to be going back to the theater. I get this feeling that Johnny Depp will win this case. Oh, I absolutely have faith in it. I really do. She was pretty much wrecked. And even if he loses the case, he's won in the court of public opinion. No matter what the media wants to do, the fight is lost. She is enemy number one. So anyway, what was Amber Heard writing? Viral video of actress scribbling in air because she's not touching the paper. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's highly publicized defamation trial has divided social media. Video clips from the trial have been going viral on a daily basis. Recently, the closing arguments were presented in court, and the jury has in a high-profile defamation battle. As has been the case, Amber Heard once again managed to capture the attention of trolls, but for a very bizarre reason. The videos show Heard writing on his notepad and have taken the internet by storm. Netizens believe that Heard was pretending to do so for the camera. Well, I think it's not just the camera, it's for the jury and judge. In fact, in several close-up videos, it is visible that Heard's pen wasn't even touching the pad. Yeah, there you go. Since the upload, the video has gone viral and managed to gather over 780,000 views. That's by the time this article was written. Netizens, man, they really like that word, netizens, have bombarded the comment section expressing their views. And a majority of them are pretty fucking trolly, shitting on her. So she shits on beds, people shit on her. There you go. I think it's fair trade. I don't know about you, but I don't think it's weird. I think that it's a performance to get attention. Like, what the fuck is she going to write down? If there was an issue with something that's said, she would actually lean over to her attorney and whisper in their ear. Writing notes, the fuck is that about? It's just goofy is what it is. It's less weird, more goofy. Let's see. Let me go back up. Did I catch this? Nope. I read that one. I get the feeling, Johnny. Yep. Got there. Martin says, I have no freaking Hulu in Mexico. That'll teach you to live down there. Amber Heard is a toxic person. Yes, she is. She is the very definition of a toxic person. I couldn't get back to sleep. Woke up at 10:45. I'm assuming you're East Coast. If you are going to fake write for the camera, at least write something on paper. I know, it's just doodle. It's fucking doodle. Fake cursive. If you're going to fake write, that man, I'm like, I need more coffee. Hey, Chris, how you doing, man? Amber Heard is leaning what all postmodernists are finding out. You can't graft yourself onto fame and success without earning it. There you go. And that's what she really did. She came out of nowhere, flash in the pan, thanks to Johnny Depp getting her that gig. And then she bit the hand that fed her. They actually wrote trolls in their articles. I'm having brain farts. I'm going to stop. I'm going to see Top Gun this afternoon. Outstanding, PJO. That should be really fucking good. I got to tell you, man, I loved everything about this fucking movie. I really did. There wasn't anything about Maverick that I did not enjoy. I know that when they considered bringing Kelly McGillis back, and they saw that she had not been taking care of herself, they were like, "Oh, she's out. We can't do this." So they brought in a woman of the same age, and who does take care of herself. And I've had a crush on her since the 80s, man. Sad. What's this? Mr. Tickle Trunk. Brain farts are simply mind toots. Yep, I agree. Monkey Juba says, I prefer Mel Gibson's Maverick. I say this all the time, but stop making stupid people famous. Look, it's not us, man. It's the media that does this shit. And Hollywood complicit with the media. People act like there's no connection between the media and Hollywood. You are sadly mistaken. They are absolutely tied in. There are many magazines that are bought and paid for by Hollywood. We refer to them as shills. It's either through favors and or advertising and or financial gifts. Mel Gibson's Maverick was a great movie. In all honesty, I've seen it many, many times. Ditto, I own it. Absolutely love that movie. I loved its connection to the original series too. I love that. Instead of being a reboot, it's technically a continuation, a film sequel to the original series with Garner. So, but yeah, I'm done with this story. There's nothing that interesting here for me. I got to be honest. Don't give two shits. Look at that. I saw this photo and I thought it was fucking Leonard Bernstein. And then I saw the sub note under it that says Bradley Cooper. Yes, Bradley Cooper in Maestro. And I'm like, oh my God. Then I saw the nose in the shape of the eye. And I'm like, oh, that is not Bernie. That is fucking Bradley Cooper. Man, Bernstein, man. I'm going to watch the shit out of this fucking movie. Now, he doesn't look so much like him when he was younger. He has a different jawline. His nose is more prominent. There's a good photo of him. I always thought like Mark Leonard looked a lot like him. But this is exciting. This is going to be a Netflix movie. I'm not sure. Let's see when the streaming service posted the photos Monday. Immediately prompted double takes. Cooper 47 also directs the movie. His follow-up to A Star Is Born. It co-stars Carey Mulligan as Bernstein's wife Felicia. I'm hoping that we see. Yeah, there's no date. I was hoping we get a date when this is going to be released, but that's amazing, man. That's Bradley Cooper, dude. What a great composer. Not much is known yet about Maestro due out in 2023. There it is. The Internet Duty Base. The Duty Base. You've heard of it. I know you have. Everybody knows the Duty Base. It's about the complex love story of Leonard and Felicia, a story that spans over 30 years, from the time they met in 1946 at a party and continuing through 2 engagements, a 25-year marriage, and 3 children. Spielberg is one of the film's producers, as is filmmaker Martin Scorsese. I'm very excited about this. This looks really good. One of my favorite composers. So there we are, man. That's that. Let's see. Yeah. Just trying to make sure I get caught up. Jesus, the prosthetics is amazing on Bradley. Well, the prosthetics today are so different from those from when I was a kid. And back when Dick Smith won an Oscar for Little Big Man, making Dustin Hoffman look like he's 100 years old. Now they get in there, the minute detail that you can get in there, and the lightweight silicone. It's thinner and thinner to where when you move your face, it looks more natural. It's crazy. Get away from CG, man. Prosthetics and stuff like this. Absolutely state-of-the-art stuff, man. I've seen people in their 20s lie about stuff from early 2000s. And I'm like, so you were hanging with adults when you were in elementary school? Yes, I agree. And he's directing it. So I like it when actors are smart and don't rely just on their acting and get right in there. By the way, good morning, Pops. Good to see you, man. As much as I love seeing technology progress, it is good to see practical effects. Amen. Exactly what I was talking about. As they both are growing and expanding together, and I hope we never see an end of practical effects. Let's see. Dick Smith, not to be confused with Vagina Engineer. Oh, Mr. Tickle Drunk. It's too early in the morning for that joke, buddy. Actually, there's no time of the day for that joke. Vagina engineer. It's hard to make up to age me. It's hard for makeup to age me. What are you saying, that you just look fucking old? Or you have that baby of face that you can't be aged? Eat me. I can't remember what the hell I said the other night. Eat me was one of those things we used to say when we were back in the 80s, you know. And I used a phrase the other day talking to one of my friends from the 80s that I hadn't used since the 80s, and it just sort of popped out of my mouth like that. And I went, fuck, where did that come from? All right, go get coffee. Be back. Oh man. So I guess we'll move on to the next story, even though I do love that one. That was really fun. This one is actually new. I got this one this morning thanks to Yellow Flash. Bring it up here. Where you at? There it is. Oh boy. Kevin Spacey to voluntarily appear in UK court over sexual assault charges. Man, his life is over. I don't see him getting out of this. And I don't know how much of it's true. I always believe that where there's smoke, there's fire. But man, with the current state of, for the last few years, the whole Me Too movement's been ridiculous. Outing people, making false claims. We've seen too much of that. So I always question, how accurate, how true is this? But let's read the article. This is from the New York Post. Kevin Spacey said Tuesday that he plans to voluntarily appear before the UK court in a bid to defend himself against numerous sexual assault allegations. The troubled actor, who has been slapped with 4 counts of sexual assault against 3 men, said he's quote unquote confident he will be able to prove his innocence in court. Quote, I very much appreciate the Crown Prosecution Service's statement in which they carefully reminded the media and the public that I am entitled to a fair trial and innocent until proven otherwise, end quote, the House of Cards star said in a statement to Good Morning America. Quote, while I'm disappointed with their decision to move forward, I will voluntarily appear in the UK as soon as can be arranged and defend myself against these charges, which I am confident I will prove my innocence, end quote. We'll see. We'll see. Here's the thing. Even in the UK, a person is presumed innocent until proven otherwise. So the problem is, the court of public opinion holds a lot of authority. All of us are guilty of it. Every single one of us, myself included, of assuming the guilt of somebody because, again, where there's smoke, there's fire. But in fact, these are all allegations until proven otherwise. Quote, the Crown Prosecution Service reminds all concerned that criminal proceedings against Mr. Spacey are active, that he has the right to a fair trial, end quote. Yeah. At least he masked up, Yes, I may be a sex offender. Maybe. But I make sure I wear a mask. Even when I'm graping, I wear a mask. That was horrible. I'm sorry. Even when I'm graping, I wear a mask. I'm a conscientious human being. Spacey testified in a civil suit over the other allegations of sexual misconduct stemming from actor Anthony Rapp's allegation that Spacey made sexual advances towards him when Rapp was just 14. That was it. Didn't go anywhere. Look, man, I don't doubt that guy. I've heard rumors for a long time, and I've heard rumors coming out of Hollywood from actor friends about Kevin Spacey and his friendship with I just got his name, Uh, Bryan Singer. That the two of them partied together. So, the actors I talk to, I do trust. These are people that, if I'm friends with an actor, is a reason, because most actors annoy me. When you hear I'm friends with certain actors, there's a good fucking reason I'm friends with them. So, but I don't know, man. Let's get back to the chat. It's all those 80s movies that you're reviewing on TopsyTues. It's reminding you of your 80s vernacular. Yes, and I'm going to be doing TopsyTues tonight. Rocky 3. Adrian. It's going to be good. I'm looking forward to doing that. I was really sad we didn't do one last week. I like hanging out with those guys. Red shirt. That 70s rock fan. My gosh, I always say, well, Nick Weiser, of course. And it's nice to see Mad Mardigan back. Enjoy hanging out with him. Two cranky old military vets. I've looked the same for the last 20 years. I did the same thing. Once I hit 18, I didn't physically age until I was 35. And then when I was 35, all that really changed was the fact that I could grow better facial hair, and I grew a mustache and Van Dyke. And I wore it since I was 35. I've never, well, I did get rid of it a little bit earlier this year by accident, and my wife wouldn't even kiss me because she's like, you look weird without facial hair. You look like a child. There's something wrong with you. Because I was born with a baby face. I like how voluntarily is in quotes. Morning all. More monkey, my other favorite monkey. What's up, buddy? The chick accused him of molesting her or something, and he came out gay. Then some guys said the same thing. Yeah, I know. Absolutely. You know, that was one of the things that really made me dislike Kevin, was that he tried to use the gay thing when it's been known for years that he was bisexual. You know, that he slept with both men and women. His preference is men. But the fact is I think he's got to screw loose. You know, the best actors in the world so often were fucking mad, crazy. Olivia de Havilland was just a fucking crazy woman. Yeah, and it blew that, by the way, that blew up in his face, you know, coming out as gay. It's like, you don't get to do that, you know. Yes, dolphin love people caringly wear a mask. Especially when you're graping. When you're graping, you should definitely wear a mask. Don't trust actors. As cool as, and that was one I referred to earlier, Monkey, when I said that the actor friends that I have, I do trust, because they tend to lean more moderate to conservative and are more softer spoken in private. As cool as Usual Suspects in 7 is, he has always been creepy. Oh, I concur. Even actors that are my friends, I expect them to lie about things. I've never had any of my actor friends do that. I've never had that. And I've got a built-in lie detector. I can really sense. My daughter freaked out about that shit. I could always tell when she was lying to me. And she, how do you know? And I said, you have a tell. What is it? She actually asked me that. What is it? And I'm like, I'm not going to fucking tell you your tell. No. I'm going to keep busting you every time you fucking lie to me. I keep getting told that I look the same as I did in high school, plus more facial hair. Yeah. And I did all the way through my 40s. And it's still funny because despite my aging a little bit, all my friends are like, man, you look so much younger than us. And I'm like, Yeah. She's the opposite of me. Not a fan of facial hair. Wait, Peter Vinkman fansite, are you female? Pop Culture Minefield. Hey, brother, missed you on my Queen special. Yes. Oh man, did I sleep through that? I had a rough day yesterday with my allergies. I'm still having a rough day, but a lot better today than it was yesterday. I slept a lot yesterday. It's just because I was on Benadryl, and that shit knocks me out. My sinuses were on fire. My eyes were killing me. Man, did you send me an invite? I don't recall seeing one. Hold on, let me go look. Twitter. Let's go to Twitter. Yeah, let's go to messages, private messages. I'm looking. I don't think you sent me an invite yesterday. I don't see you. You son of a bitch. Oh, yeah, I got to show this one. Hold on. I don't normally show private messages on purpose. They're usually by accident, but this one I'm going to do it on purpose. So here we go. I got this message it's on our Pop Culture Minefield group chat. And my buddy over at Fanzine, he wrote, more awesome titles coming soon from Child's Play. If you've not subbed to this guy's channel, go to it. Best 80s horror channel there is. He is a good friend of mine. Anywhere, I wrote, I swear, buddy, I thought you said more awesome titties coming soon because it looked like titties without my glasses on. And he responded, common mistake. Movies and titties are two of my favorite things. I love that guy. Not gonna say his name because I got in the habit of calling him by his name, and I really shouldn't do that. I should only call him Fanzine. So, but yeah, 70s fan. Yeah, I don't see any messages from you yesterday. Oh, look, Fandom Collective sharing the show. Salty's going to be talking about the new Kaiju universe. Yes, I must retweet that. Yeah, it looks like I'm caught up. Says new video, Doomed Kaiju Verse. Apple TV brings in Kelly Sue DeConnick, Matt Fraction for series. This is going to be interesting. I don't know when. I think he just posted the video, so you can go watch it anytime. It's not going to be a live stream. So let's get back down here. Bring us back up. Ooh, moderates. Yeah, I like people, I know that in Karate Kid, middle of road, get squished. No, you don't. Not if people are driving the way they're supposed to. You should never be squished on the yellow line. Great line in a movie, but in reality, that's not true. Moderates, middle of the road people tend to have better government. Ezra Miller has done the same thing as using. Oh yeah, he absolutely the whole gender fluid thing. Fuck that guy. He's a liar and a user. Hey, Bill Barkley, what's up? Good morning. Wait, I didn't miss anybody else today. Okay, good. And if I didn't say good morning to you, good morning, 70s. I know it's later there in Scotland. Oh, wait, you're in Canada. No, fuck you. It's morning. Monkey Jeebus. Yes. I will not argue with you at all, but I love kaiju, so I'm curious. Kurt Russell also signed on to that Godzilla show on Apple TV. Very exciting. Kurt Russell. He's technically a libertarian, but he hosts a lot of conservative views, including gun rights, gun ownership rights. And he and Tom Selleck have pissed off a lot of people in Hollywood. And to that, I giggle. I'm in Scotland, so it's late afternoon. Oh, so Bill Barkley is in Scotland. All right. The road metaphor in Karate Kid was applying effort, not for the political spectrum. I know, yeah, but it's a misnomer. You know, the middle of the road thing. It's the do or do not, and I get that, and it works in the film. It does work in the film, but you can't apply it to many other things because middle of the road is usually one of the best ways to go in a lot of things. You know, because our system only functions when people work together. When they're constantly at odds with each other, we end up with situations like we've been in for the last 20 years. It started with the Gulf War. No, I'm inviting you tomorrow, but you can jump in today if you want. I was saying Wednesdays because that way we can talk and promote our show for that evening. But hold on, let me send you an invite. Invite, copy the clipboard. I'll go to Twitter. Let's go to Twitter. I'm going to Twitter. I'm on Twitter. I don't know, man. I don't remember you sending it. I'll be honest with you. I forget shit, dude. You got to send it to me that day. Yeah, 70. Send it to me the day of the show. I forget stuff so much because I have so much going on. I'm doing so many projects. I cannot rely on my memory. I really can't. Let's see. Here we go. Paste. I'm sorry I missed your show, man. I really am. I fucking would love to talk about Queen. Damn it. And I know that because I'm a big fan of Queen, big fan of Genesis, big fan of Phil Collins and Peter Gabriel. I love prog rock. By the way, I heard that the new Magnum PI, which is canceled on CBS, is probably going to be picked up by another network. No idea which one yet. Well, I hope if they pick it up that it's written better, because I watch the show religiously for two characters. I love the actors and their performances as Rick and TC, those two new guys that were recast, because they remind me that much of the original actors. I cannot stand Magnum. I cannot, and I like him as an actor. I do not like him as Magnum. I dislike Higgins. I dislike the whole moonlighting romance between the two of them. I liked the housekeeper at first, but then they started getting really fucking overly didactic with her about Hawaiian issues. And it's like if they did it like the first time they did it, it didn't bother me, but then it started doing it on a regular basis. Like, you know, what the fuck? You know, stop it. Stop being overly didactic.
I can't. I'm sorry, Gary. I'm very didactic.
By the way, morning,
Hi,
Steven.
Gary. Good morning. I see the normal meltdowns on Star Wars and everything else. It's been quite funny on Twitter, especially.
Infomedia, good morning. Glad to see you.
Can I ask you
Yeah,
a question?
it's a typical shit. Let's see. Why? I hope that's not true. About Magnum PI. Who knows? It had a following.
Sexual favors from him?
Favors.
I don't know, man.
Look, man. When you
Just
hear
ask people to shine his head.
hear someone say they want to give you a Scottish hand job, understand that actually means you're going to get fisted really hard.
I thought that means they put your dick in like a bagpipe and they just clench.
No,
okay.
It's fisting.
I have no idea. He's in BC though.
No, I agree with you in many ways. I'm setting it back. I just don't give two shits right now.
All right. Can I ask a question?
Anything? Yeah, but
I want to ask you this and the chat as well, because this shit's pissing me off. You got people out there. Does criticism mean you're unhappy? No, it doesn't, does it?
No, I'm still reading these comments.
Okay, all right, cool. Sorry.
Yeah, so I want to go back to yes, that's a Kurtzman project. As far as the reboots go, original Magnum was awesome. It's the only Magnum. I'd rather talk about what's good. The Orville.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that to drop. I'm waiting for that to drop.
When it drops, dude, I'm so fucking there.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be on the road listening in, make the show amazing for me. Okay, War Monkey. You don't want to make a monkey that makes war unhappy.
Yeah, remember all donations today go to me because I'm poor.
They did cross it over with
The
Hawaii 5-0.
Yep.
But they did not do it with CSI Hawaii. I think it's because different production companies. I'm not sure. But there you are. So let's get into this. We did Kevin Spacey. Here we go. Yeah, it's because I had a routine. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Just being a dick. It's perfectly fine.
That's right. Axios has this new article. Top Gun Maverick breaks Memorial Day weekend box office record.
Yeah.
I'm fucking happy for this because it's a fucking awesome film. Best Star Wars movie since 1980. And they intentionally stole from Star Wars for this movie. Did you see it yet?
I have not. I don't leave the house, Gerry. You know this. My agoraphobia is fucking crazy.
You can watch the
I told you it's porn. Wednesdays is porn. Tuesday is Ninja Turtles. You know this.
Okay. Paramount and Skydance huge weekend opener for Top Gun Maverick is now the biggest Memorial Day weekend history. It's fantastic, man. I think it's great. Let's go take a look at it. Go to Box Office Mojo, and yeah, look at that. Look at that article right there. After 36 years, Tom Cruise, a daredevil Navy flyboy, Pete Mitchell apparently still felt the need. Still got something downstairs in the basement, as Stallone said in Balboa. Let's see.
They stole that lens flare from J.J. Abrams. I hope he doesn't get sued.
Well, he was kind of friends with JJ, so I think.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, look at that, man.
You'll give me something. Just use my creator code if you want to give me something. Use the creator code and use my links, dude. I don't know how much hold on, we'll talk about that later. I don't want to be judged on Fortnite because Gerry will laugh at me.
Yeah,
see?
That game is so gay.
Gerry.
It's like, we're going to make a game like Call of Duty, and we're going to make it really fruity.
They added no build mode, and it's actually a great shooter. There's people from Call of Duty and Warzone actually going over there because of the no build modes.
Bill Barkley, I guarantee you there's Ninja Turtle porn somewhere.
There is.
Good morning, Six. How are you? And I'm looking.
I did get. I already used my career code. Thank you. But I actually shouted out pop culture on Sunday.
Oh, thanks, man.
You know where I was on Sunday?
Yeah, Kings.
No. DC.
What?
He has Harvey on his channel. He sings. He's an overlord.
Oh, Doomcock.
Yeah.
Oh, what was his response? Did he say anything?
Nothing bad. No, I was a creator spotlight and I was nervous as hell, but it was good.
Yeah, because we had that debate over Deckard being a, replicant. Good morning, Real Wit. How you doing, man?
Real Wit.
Yeah, this guy. How else can you pronounce the WTT at the end? You have to say wit.
Witty? Real witty. That's what it is.
Well,
wit
I don't
is
see
WT,
it that way.
And the other T is T, like witty.
I don't like that. Monkey Jeebus became a YouTube member. Thank you, Monkey Jeebus. You are the man. At least I hope you are. I don't know. I don't know you guys' faces. Did I just assume your gender? Well, there's no pop culture porn yet. Technically, the Star Wars porn is pop culture porn. And some of it's pretty good. D-Bub. Let's see.
Please not this morning. I'm not going to be here for 2 hours.
Thank you, Tickle Trunk. Thank you.
They're
You're
both
correct.
replicants.
It makes no sense as a story if he is. It really doesn't. Stephen got tired of my long name, so I shortened it to what
By
it is
one
now.
letter. By one letter. You shortened it.
You know, real wit.
Witty.
Real wit.
Witty.
I think that you should change it to real titty. Because there's nothing better than a real titty. I'm telling you.
I don't know. I like those LED titties that you can put in your back pocket.
Oh, silicone. Good morning, Arwen. Speaking of real titties. How are you doing, Arwen? We have a show coming out tonight, Arwen. You excited?
Yeah, look, she's nodding.
I'm telling you, it was a fun episode, and I didn't shit on you very much in the new episode, Arwen, but I do dig into you a little bit over your comment that you just want to see dinosaurs.
What's wrong with dinosaurs?
I just want to see dinosaurs. And
I'm on the show with you every Friday.
I'm not going to say what I said to her because I want you guys to watch the episode and see what I said to her.
You said you told everyone yesterday.
Oh my God. No, I didn't. I did not say what I said to her.
Okay,
I'm saving it for the show. I want people to see what I actually said to her. Because even though it sounds mean, I was actually just joking.
Welcome to Morning Coffee and a Dinosaur.
Yeah.
Because his values are prehistoric.
I just did that. My dog turned and looked at me like,
I'm not. No, that does not mean come over here, pup. No.
Gerry is brutal. No, Gerry, it is used to be Real Wade Nation.
See,
I remember Real Wade Nation.
Yeah. Real Wade. Yes, Wade. Yes.
Real Wade. Yeah. Take that WTT off and put Wade on there, dude. Which would be, I think Real Wade is a better. I like that one.
Oh, look, it's the dinosaurs calling. Hello.
Or Real Wade Nation. LOL.
It's my delivery.
Just say Real Wade, brother. Just say it.
It's a cop.
I'm telling you, that really fucking works. It pops, man. It pops. Can we give the coffee to the dinosaur? Yeah, of course. And again, I don't know if you were here yesterday when I said it, Tickle Trunk. Thanks to you and to Dus Wolfen, I was able to get coffee for the next month. So, yay.
Mm-hmm. And H3 did get banned for a week from streaming.
Oh, wait, who did?
H3, and then another streamer is going down the same road by not thinking before speaking, and now they're getting backlash and playing victim. It's funny.
Six, it's sort of like saying, with all due respect,
it's like a rollback. I'm just going to roll that back
on somebody, or what I do is I say things, and it made her laugh. She laughed. She's like, "Oh my God, Gerry!"
I will be right back. I think that's my delivery for some dino treats for Gerry.
Sweet.
Well, it's pretty much just old meat on a bone.
Yeah, I think that Real Wade Nation is a great name. If you capitalize the words, it's way easier to read. Yes, I agree with that. It's easier to read your name, Mr. Tickle Trunk. Hey, I got to tell you something, Six. She stands her own on the show. She told me to shut up. Shut up, Gerry. Real Wade Nation is a fine name too. Yes, it is. I concur. Oh wait, I missed Arwen. What did you say? Gerry doesn't scare me. I have dinosaurs on my side. That's right. That's why you're a part of that show. You rock and roll. That's stupid. H4 shouldn't be suspended. He walked that back immediately. I don't like Ethan, but he doesn't deserve that. Yeah, I think that canceling people is fucking stupid. I don't care what side of the rail they're on. I think canceling people is just one of the worst fucking things to do. And I know that that's going to stop on Twitter in particular when Elon takes over. Bless your heart, Gerry. Oh, it's the vapors. I got the vapors. She even had her fan in the episode. Watch tonight. She's got her fan. She's always getting the vapors. Ethan Klein should be banned for life for making terroristic threats. Oh, I don't know about this shit. When Steven gets back, I'll be asking about that. Twitch's rules are so stupid now. Yeah, I don't like Twitch. Owen, I live in Missouri. I know that bless your heart really means. Yeah, it's more of a southern thing, but they use it in Missouri. They do. What Ethan did is illegal, calls for violence. Oh, yeah, I agree. Owen riding a dino, drinking coffee. Das Wölfen. He walked it back. Ethan isn't a nice person, in my opinion, but it's wrong to consider what he said a terrorist threat, as well as considering his walk back irrelevant. Sounds like a debate. Does anyone know when the deal goes through? And look, there's going to be delays. I predict it 100% going to happen. What he's doing is he's fucking with Twitter right now. And he's fucking with them to get the money down. This is his way of fucking Twitter. He's like, he's fucking with them and fucking them. So, yeah, Elon's a fucking shrewd dude. But I look forward to it. It's already had an impact on Twitter. I mean, there are things, I posted things and other friends of mine have posted things and none of us got banned for doing it. That previously were banned for doing it. Ethan is guilty of being stupid, closed-minded, and out of touch. Half the fucking people on Twitter. Right there. That's a good description. Half the people on Twitter right there. But I want to get to the next thing here. So let me see. What am I doing here? Let's go to that. I will jump up here. Close the Top Gun. And this one I'm very excited about. Norm Macdonald's colleagues discussed comedian's death in Netflix special. We didn't get to tell him what he meant to us. And I think that's wonderful. And I think that it's Jay, his writing partner on Weekend Update, just talked about on the podcast with David Spade and what's his name from Wayne's World with the glasses. They have a podcast, and he was talking about how when Norm got fired from Saturday Night Live, he never said to anybody what really happened until near the end. And he finally told Jay, his writing partner, that actually they were only going to fire Jay. They were firing him, period. It was the only thing that was going to happen. And they said that Norm could stay on, and Norm said, no, if he goes, I go. And then they were like, okay, fine, fuck you. And they fired him. But in many ways, he quit, really. But they did fire him. They fired him only because he refused to stay without his writer. And that's the loyalty of this guy. So I expect this to be really good. David Letterman, Dave Chappelle, Adam Sandler, Conan O'Brien, Molly Shannon, and David Spade shared memories and reflected on the death of their friend Norm Macdonald at the end of the late comedian's new Netflix special, Norm Macdonald, Nothing Special. After watching a screening of Macdonald's performance, which was recorded in his home, friends of the late Saturday Night Live star discussed his impact on the comedy world. During their conversation, several of them admitted they didn't know the star, who died in 2021 after a 9-year battle with cancer. A lot of people don't know that he battled cancer throughout his life. He had stomach cancer in the 80s, and he got into a habit after recovering from that by always, when he's talking and doing a lot of stand-up, you'll see him rubbing his abdomen. And it was really, when you notice it after finding out, you're like, oh, man. And the guy never talked about suffering, never talked about any of that shit. He felt that it was inappropriate to talk about that stuff. And yes, he is an absolute legend. He is my number one favorite comedian of all time. followed immediately by Don Rickles, followed immediately by Johnny Carson, followed then by Paul Lynde, followed then by George Carlin, followed then by Robin Williams, and so on. Stephen needs coffee and a Snickers.
No.
Yes, Dana Carvey. Thank you, Dust Wolfen. I always forget his fucking name, dude. I always fucking forget his name. Norm Macdonald was such a legend, utterly fearless. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. I mean, he's in fucking San Francisco, and he does a stand-up routine. In the routine, he starts talking about the gay pride parade. And he's like, I was really disappointed because I expected a lot of gay stuff in the gay pride parade. He says, but instead I see this old couples and these old people holding up signs. I'm proud of my gay son. And I thought, that's an odd thing to be proud of. It's not like they cured cancer. Fucking Norm Macdonald didn't give a shit. He fucking didn't care. He would tell a joke because he knew that there were people out there that would fucking get it. Coffee's good this morning, Keith. It's almost all gone too. So, and of course, we're coming up on the top of the hour. It's delicious. I love my Folgers instant roast. I hate when real life intervenes with my YouTube live.
Ew. Today's month is sponsored by computer stands, monitor arms, and Gerry's lack of real coffee.
You can block Paul Feig, and you'll be good. He'll never show up in your feed again.
But the only problem is you can only block one of two. If you block Paul Feig, then Melissa McCarthy shows up in your feed. If you block Melissa McCarthy, then Paul Feig shows up. They can only
block them both.
No, you can't. It won't allow
she is on my shit list because the minute she started the whole basement troll thing. She's the one who started that shit. Fuck her. These people don't like Ghostbusters. Bunch of, guys living in the basement of the parent house. I'm like, you're a fucking cunt. Yeah, I won't go see her movies anymore because of that. This is one where I'm not going to separate the artist from the art because she went out of her way to attack fans. I see. Oh, yes, I was about to say. I see $5. Was that super sticker? Cups of coffee. There we go. I can see those. Oh, you did super chat on that. That's super chat. Thank you, Mr. Tickler.
So you won't be able to get that coffee for 30 days. Don't forget my subscribers.
Yeah, it's in the chat. The link to the tips. Which goes.
No, keep super chatting. Keep super chatting. Don't do anything.
Fuck you, Steven.
And you know what the best part is? Have you ever done a hot coffee, a scoop of vanilla, or whatever your favorite ice? You're a cocksucker. You know that, right?
Great coffee. It's
what the fuck?
That is my thank you. I get to thank my fucking
I'm sorry.
Things. You just like you on your show, you do the same thing. You show a video thanking them and you just start
I was in
talking over. It's like I'm doing my thank you.
I'm sorry, Tickle Trunk, and I'm sorry, Gerry. But I was in mid-sentence when he did it. You're a fucking prick.
I am a dick. I know I am.
No, I said prick. So
anyway,
prick.
You were describing what ice cream?
What you do is you find your favorite ice cream, you put it in your coffee instead of creamer, and then you add your 1 or 2 sugars, and then you'll get.
That's actually a good idea because I love strawberry cheesecake by Haagen-Dazs. Now it really tastes good.
Creamsicle coffee is like a chocolate terry orange if you do it right.
Oh, let's go back to how do I take my coffee, Martin?
Black.
Go ahead, back. I like my coffee actually black with very little Splenda or stevia or whatever that shit's called. A little sweetener. But I do like occasionally like this. When I do this, I do put in some creamer because I love hazelnut, man.
He loves the nuts.
I love the nuts.
Yeah, he loves the nuts.
Oh, I just put that nuts in my mouth.
We don't know why Hazel has nuts, but he loves Hazel's nuts.
Tip of the hour. There we go. Coffee without triple Splenda and triple cream is just brown water. Well, I also like it, by the way. I like mine traditional Irish coffee, which means not the fucking Irish cream in it. It's just black coffee and a shot of whiskey. That's it. You pour a shot of whiskey into the coffee and drink it. That's an Irish coffee. That's how the actual Irish drink it. This is from Canada. I keep thinking he will say a boot instead of about.
Who said that?
Who's
the racist in the chat? Who's the racist?
It's not so much a boot. It's a boat. A boat.
It's about a foot in the ass.
I keep forgetting. Oh, I'm fucking reading it, dude. I'm fucking reading it, Martin. I keep forgetting Fat Stevens. Oh, that's the one. All right. Go ahead. Move ahead. Sorry, buddy.
Son of a bitch.
You know what I think I should do on this show? I should actually have Martin on the show reading the chat, going, "We have another comment," because I like the way it says that.
What do you mean I'm not Venezuelan?
You don't let Steven talk. How I'm gonna talk?
Exactly. Thank you there for that virtue signal. You sure you don't work for Disney? Don't give him any money. Martin needs it more.
So the long and the veiny of it is you're going to help us out, right?
So let's see. It shows I have 19 unread, but I have to keep it because otherwise it gets read up on my chat. But Gerry, oh, there we go. Let's go. It isn't racist to make fun of Canadian. Well, that was one thing I brought up today. Star Wars made that fucking post saying that the galaxy is full of all these different alien creatures. Let's not be racist. I said, well, technically, if you're going to bring the entire galaxy into it, they're not all races. They're species because they don't recognize the hive mind thing, which our community, we're built up a community. So if you want to be accurate, Star Wars poster, and it's from the official Star Wars page, you would say, don't be speciest. But
speciest?
Speciest.
Speciest.
Speciest. It's pronounced specious. You're like fucking
cut
Stewie.
Me off, dare you?
You're like Stewie on Family Guy when he
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Really? Are you really saying it that way? Or are you just trying to piss me off?
Yes, Will Wheaton.
Will. I like the way he puts the H on the Will. Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton.
Let's see. We prefer maple. What? What the fuck's he talking about?
Why didn't you read the rest of the conversation?
I'm running a show.
Technically, I don't drink coffee. I drink cappuccino.
I don't know what that is. What is maple ape or frostback?
It's on Google.
I'm not going to Google it. I have a Canadian on the show.
I like how
yes, it is exactly, Mr. Tickle Trunk.
I like how Star Wars today was like, there are over 20 million different sentient species in the Star Wars universe. I'm like, no, there isn't. You retconned all of the source material. The only thing
now they're almost all human. Have you noticed that in new Star Wars?
Yeah, there's no sentient species. You retconned all of them.
Yeah, but she says it in her post, species, and then says racist. And it's like, no, with the way you're phrasing it, they're speciest. So fucking idiots. There, man, look at that. But you capitalized every letter. You capitalize the first letter of each word. But I don't think you listened to Mr. Tickle Trunk at all. He gave you the instructions on how to do it. You had one fucking job, Real Wade. One job. What did he say? Derogatory terms for Canadians. Oh, gotcha. Let's see. They retcon E.T. because he appeared in one of the prequels. Yeah. Not a thing for me. Did you already show that artwork you did last night? Because there it is. Steven.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I was showing what you did last night. And
Oh, really thank you. Sorry, someone posted a bloopers from one of Ricky Gervais's show, and they start talking about Taxi Driver, and I lost my shit. But yeah, Star Wars is burning themselves to the ground.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if I can find that article.
Oh, Netflix released the claim, eh? Because I literally was like, you do realize there's no audio in your video clip. We're actually promoting your show and saying how good it is, and you guys claimed it. They're like, all right, we'll release it.
So they released it? All right.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm starting every new video on YouTube now. It's going to have the fat Steven Seagal skip Dr. Disrespect talk about it, but then I'm going to slide in that crowd or piss off YouTube. It's going to be great. Shanatsky's talking again.
Is this it? I think this is it.
Stig is a good one when it comes to Star Wars.
I'm trying to remember if this was it. No. This is something else. This is the Ethan Sachs thing. I was kind of hoping it was that one with the post with the Star Wars. Because somebody took a snapshot of it. And I can't find it. Not worried about it. Oh, shit. That 70s rock fan gave me a Canadian $5. Gerry likes his coffee like he likes his men, black and strong. Ooh. Mm. I remember a long time ago, I bought coffee for the entire call center at iFleet when I was down there in Georgia. And it was populated by nothing but some of the most wonderful, beautiful black women. And I walked in, I said, I brought you all coffee. You can mix it the way you like. And one of the girls says, did you get coffee for yourself? I said, yes. And I made it exactly the way I like it. I like my coffee like I like my women.
Crisp.
With a side of sugar and cream.
Oh, usually it's I like my coffee like I like my woman. Shutting the fuck up.
Thank you for that.
I'm sorry.
All right. So 70s show. 70s fan. I got this little video for you here. Hold on. I don't want to play that one. I'm going to play this dark motherfucker right here. This one's for you.
Hey, here's your free cup of coffee from a lady in Rhode Island. What?
Because that's dark as fuck.
Yeah. And for all the ladies in the chat, I'm kidding. It's shut the fuck up, please.
Oh God, you can hear my phone is lighting up. What the fuck? Did you?
I'm sorry, Mike.
Off? No, it's just cricket. Let me know they collected their bill. I should at Gerry with a dick pic on Twitter so it shows up on screen at Pop Culture Maestro. You're a fucking asshole.
You can always do that. Just put Kathleen Kennedy up there.
Man, yeah, I gotta tell you, you're a fucking asshole.
Me?
No. This particular truck, I love him.
I can't wait for the reset today.
What reset? What are we talking about?
Also, since our channels are linked up in a network, have you talked with our channels about having the raid stuff set up so you can actually raid other channels after a stream ends so it can automatically direct to other channels?
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
There's a setting that's now here, right? Whereas if channels allow you to do it and you allow them to do it, you can have an automatic redirect to another owner's channel after you're done your live stream if they're live. It'll go right to their feed. It's like a raid feature like they have on Twitch. YouTube has this now.
How do you do it? Yeah, let's talk after the show.
Sure. I was just saying it's cool.
I didn't know there was such a thing. Oh, put it back on real weight. I didn't read that. I'm sorry, buddy. So is it better for the third try? I'm joking. I'm messing with Gerry and Steven.
I'm sorry, I can't read bad jokes.
Yeah, I don't think you're funny at all, real weight.
No, he's funny.
I know, I love real weight, man. That's good stuff. Oh, he did change it. That reminds me of the time Shonen Jump's poster tried to call out some people talking about mid and trash series. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Oh, what is this?
Shonen Jump anime, probably, I think.
Oh, is it anime? Okay.
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Yeah, I do not know what that is.
So I like my coffee like I like my women in the basement locked up. Like, Gerry's like, no, I'm not giving him shit.
You know, I'm going to share a true story. And this is with my buddy Jason Pankoki, who is still a close friend of mine. He is a filmmaker and publisher of Independent Filmmaking Magazine, and just a wonderful guy. He's the one that said that when I die, he's going to make sure that my tombstone has this engraved on it. He was a kind and caring bastard.
That's a load of shit.
And I'm like, yeah, it's true. It's true. What was that? You were going to say something?
Huh?
Oh, it sounded like you were going to say something.
I said, hi, Sherry.
Oh, Sherry's here.
That's why I said hi. Yes.
There she is. I see her down there. Hi. I sent you 2 dick pics. Hold on. Let me go look at this. All right. I got to go over there.
That'd be hard socks because Tickle Trunk is also a Canadian.
I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it, dude. Because I posted a long time ago a photo of the infamous photo of Captain America actor. What's his name? Chris
Evans.
Evans. Thank you. Chris Evans. And
Chris Tucker.
And I put where his zipper is a cutout of Richard Nixon's head.
Oh, no.
It was the infamous dick picture from Chris Evans. Sent that out to a lot of people.
And how many of them blocked you?
I've only had a handful of people ever block me. Let's see. What's this one, Keith? What the fuck are you promoting here? Bill, I am actually an avid drinker of
Correct.
I just forgot the name of the tea from Britain. I always have some.
Earl Grey.
Earl Grey, thank you. Yes, I got introduced to it because of Picard.
The real Picard, not the Abrams Picard.
Earl Grey, hot. And I'm like, okay. So I went and I tried it. I'm like, shit, this stuff's amazing. It's a really good fucking tea, man. Steven's in trouble.
I didn't do anything.
Well, I looked and I don't see it, Mr. Tickle Trunk. I think you're lying. I think you lied.
It's really hard to get both testicles in separate pictures.
You are not in there, dude. You are not in there, lying motherfucker. Oh, you tagged me.
In 2 dick pics?
Das Wolfen, and you. Hey, you guys are awesome. You tagged me. Dick Cheney, Dick Nixon, and Dick Van Dyke. Awesome. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
They're okay.
I remember I got in trouble once in middle of class. I yelled out, 2 big dicks. And I had a magazine in my hand. And my teacher stood up and goes, what are you talking about? I said, 2 big dicks. And I held up the magazine. It was Dick Nixon and Dick Burton, Richard Burton articles. 2 big dicks. Oh my God, Steven just spewed coffee. What did Keith say there? What did he say? I still don't know what the Brown 25 is.
Huh?
He posted a thing about the Brown 25. What the fuck are you talking about, Keith? I missed it. What the fuck is Brown 25? Don't forget to like and comment. Oh, that's Stream Elements. So here, yeah, like and comment. Yeah.
Did you figure it out? Was it Stream Elements that was sending those random tweets?
Yes, it was. It totally was. I thought I told you that you were right. Yeah, you were totally right.
No,
that's exactly what it was.
I just like hearing I'm right from you again. That's the reason why I asked.
What is Brown 25?
Click on the link.
I can't. I'm in Stream.
Oh.
If I click on what they post, it just does this. I can't go into it.
You got to click harder.
Brown 25 from Uranus. You know what? Eat shit, Keith. I don't know what the fuck you're on about. Are you fucking with me? I think he's fucking with me this morning. So I saw the new trailer for the new movie with, oh my God, I forgot his name, that plays Mr. Bean.
Rowan Atkinson.
Yeah, Rowan Atkinson.
Jesus, why am I here?
Here it is. I saw this, and
It looks good.
I described it as Mouse Hunt meets Mr. Bean, and it's called Man versus Bee. And I enjoyed the shit out of this. And it's not a movie; it's a fucking series on Netflix. And I love that guy, man. He is outspoken critic of the crazy left. Hey, would you have wanted Kelly mentioned in Top Gun 2? It's kind of weird that they just completely pretend she didn't exist. I think that something should have been in there. I think if there's anything, there should have been something. That maybe she died, or that they divorced. It was a painful divorce, whatever. They should have had something. Yes, Real Wade Nation. I'm waiting. You said my name. What?
Say my name, say my name.
Yes, I agree with you. Brown 25 since 74. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I have no clue. Does it have something to do with the Cleveland Browns? I don't know what you're talking about, dude. 25, number 25 on the Cleveland Browns. And I agree, Arwen, we do. I think it Mr. Bean always made me happy. Nothing funnier to me than when he says thank you. His tongue comes completely out of his mouth. And I like the movie Mouse Hunt, by the way. It's a good comedy.
I don't think I've seen it.
All right. Go ahead, Martin. Go ahead. There we go. Yes, and that's this Friday. We're going to be talking about Dune 2. We've got Nerd Cookies coming on the show. Going to be a very good episode. And then we're going to have, because let me see, what I got to go check our schedule. YouTube. Because we have another episode coming up. Yeah, Dune 2 episode is actually, that's right. That's the 10th. And we're going to have Nerd Cookies on. Actually, this Friday is Sarah Frazetta is coming back. And hopefully some of the other Frazetta women. The Groove Tube. I remember the title. I don't remember the movie. I do not remember the movie. So, yeah. You actually got something over on me there, Keith. I don't remember it. What they should have done in Top Gun Maverick was when Goose showed up, or should have shown up, have a cat appear as a nod to the MC. This time it's dude too. This time it's personal. Yeah, Sarah Frazetta will be here. I'm very excited. She's been talking with Keith and I, and just very excited. Also, I'm excited because my daughter will be on that episode. So, yay!
Oh, cool! I get a day off. Thank God.
And why you're not getting a day off? You're being why the fuck is everyone at McDonald's at the same time? I am at noon. I'm hungry, and this is long.
It's lunch.
You need to pick those mid hours. Don't go for the normal hours. Canadian Prime Minister wants to ban all guns. That guy is he's fucking insane.
Yep.
They also want to. Can you guys not do a thing of vote of no confidence?
I don't know. They also, like, after conferring with also medical practitioners, they want to make the magazines for long guns no bigger than 5 bullets. Supposedly, medical practitioners are the ones.
That way, the sixth guy gets them.
Yeah.
All I gotta say is, when the government wants to come and take your guns, be afraid. For a reason. There's a reason they want your guns. And even though a lot of people go to Nazi Germany, I go to communist Russia. I go to the fascists in Italy. When they took over, people were unarmed or disarmed. So just remember, when the government wants to do that, they're wanting to do something that's going to be against your will. The only good government is a government afraid of its citizens.
Well, Trudeau's afraid of criticism.
Oh, he's a cunt. He's a piece of shit. The cat in Captain Marvel should have been named. I don't even believe he's his dad's son. I think he is, Fidel Castro's. Yeah, I really think he is a Castro. When you see young pictures of Castro, Canadian conservatives are to the left of me, and I'm center left, 90s liberal. No, I'm an 80s Democrat. I don't like the word liberal, even though I use the word liberal when I define some of the things I support. I support some liberal ideas, but I consider myself an 80s Democrat, which means I'm a conservative today. So, because whether Keith likes it or not, so is he. Agreed, lovely Sherry. Dork Knight. Oh, hey, what's up, Kingsport Cowl? It's good to see you, man. You're late, motherfucker. It can be used to create many products, from suspension bride to child's plaything. I'm lost. It's so hard to keep up on the chat and do a show. You guys let Eddie say. I'm going to say something about Rush Limbaugh. When I was in the military and we were reliant on only the Armed Forces Network to get entertainment, he was the only thing many of us watched, because he espoused things that we as soldiers believed in. He was ridiculous. I couldn't stand the way he went after Charles Barkley. But because for a while there, it's like that was he would turn Barkley into his whipping boy, and they just hated each other or some shit. It was weird. Shit. Has Gerry ever done a drunk show? No. Where someone sends in a super chat to tip. I've never done that.
I'll do it.
If I do it, I'll be doing it with Irish coffee.
I'll be doing it for Jester's birthday. Jester's having a birthday. I think next week we're having a pub chats on the channel. But then everyone gets drunk on that channel. Grift successful.
He was an entertainer, really, in many ways. Just a loud guy. But when you broke down what it is that he was talking about, I would say I'd agreed with about 60% of what he said. But he was a showman. That's really all Rush Limbaugh was. He's an entertainer. It's not that I disagree with you. I don't agree with who he was. I just woke up. I worked graveyard. I only got up because I seen y'all was live. Well, I'm glad to see you, man. Limbaugh effed everything up and was a dumb arse. Tell you what, motherfucker was a billionaire. I like to be that fucking stupid. Bring Arwen and Fat Steven. There we go. Also bring Keith. I want to see Keith.
I'll bring them all.
I tell you right now, he'd be sitting with his arms on the table, just sort of just looking around. He'd forget he's on the show. Mr. Tickle Trunk, I throw myself on that sword. Hey, peeps. Yeah, okay. So, basically, now it's just weird. When I don't have the chat up there, that just looks weird. I'm going to take that down. That's just too weird for me. Boom. I'm going to do it that way. So, I think Alex Jones is an entertainer. He is too, but he's got some fucking wacky theories. And I cannot stand him when he starts talking about 9/11, man. To be honest with you, I don't really like him. Anybody who espouses that shit about 9/11 just can fuck off. So let's see. What do I have here? I had some more stuff I needed to cover. What was it? Let's see if I can find it.
Your ass.
What was this? Oh, I was going to show the episode today. I mean, we can watch it if you want to, Stephen. I got permission from Tom to show the new video from Midnight's Edge. He said I could show it. So you feel like watching it?
What is it about?
Ryan Johnson and why he's not going to be getting his film franchise.
Because he's an idiot.
Yeah, you're just saying it because they called the other dude an idiot. Come on.
No.
Come up with a new insult.
Ryan Johnson, he's an idiot. What are you talking about? Am I wrong?
Yeah, I was just talking about, when did you post that? I just said that, Martin. I just said I want to show it. So I love Joe Rogan. And Joe can, I'm sure he loves a lot of people I can't stand. All right, you're not going to do it? All right, I'm doing it now. Jesus Christ. Waiting for Top Cell Gun to start. Yeah. See, but can't hear you. What? Oh, because you're in line. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this up. And I'll do full screen here. And we will start this video. Oh, I better make sure I've got audio turned on. Hold on. Share screen audio. There we go. Sure. Yes, I sped it up. 1.25.
This video is sponsored by Established Titles. With Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi now out on Disney+, and Andor just around the corner, Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy is talking Star Wars again. While doing so, she had to admit to Vanity Fair that the Rian Johnson trilogy has been backburned, which is code for dead in the water. We just can't bring ourselves to admit it. Something else Kennedy could not admit was why it has been backburned. Instead, an acceptable truth was provided, and one which requires a lot of mental gymnastics to accept at that. That would be because to this day, the public rejection of The Last Jedi and the downfall of the Rian Johnson trilogy were very bitter pills to swallow in Lucasfilm. But why? Is that not just business as usual? We shall see, for in this editorial, I will begin by first breaking down the official excuse for why the Rian Johnson trilogy isn't happening, why that trilogy was so special to Kathleen Kennedy, and the high regard her loyalists in Lucasfilm still hold The Last Jedi in, despite the fans clearly holding OG characters like Obi-Wan Kenobi and Lord Vader in much higher regard. And yes, I refer to him as Lord Vader deliberately, because just like I can be referred to as Andre, I can also be referred to as Lord Einherjar. And courtesy of Established Titles, this video sponsor, I have the certificate to prove it. Established Titles is a project based...
I'm actually going to let this play because this is interesting.
Based around the historic Scottish custom where landowners are referred to as lairds, or lords and ladies in English. Through Established Titles, you can be the owner of...
Amen, Dustwolf, and I stand with you on that one. That's why I don't like him.
At least 1 square foot of dedicated land on a private estate in Ardley, Aberdeenshire, Scotland, which by Scottish tradition makes you a lord or a lady, and you'll get an official certificate with a crest to prove it. This certificate features a unique plot number with which you can see the exact location of your land. But there's more to it.
The only pills I take, buddy, are vitamins and blood pressure and blood sugar. That's it.
Worldwide reforestation efforts. Established Titles work with global charities One Tree Planted and Trees for the Future.
Yes,
so
Bill.
For every order, a tree will be planted. This is a fun novelty, and in places where prefixes are allowed in official documents, you might even be able to replace Mr. or Miss with Lord and Lady. This also makes for a great gift. For instance, June 19th is Father's Day in most places. Have you thought about what you'll be getting your old man? You still have time to make him a lord.
Yeah, I'll be getting him some silence.
Titles is running a big sale right now, and if you use our code MIDNIGHT10, you get an additional 10% off. Go to https://establishedtitles.com/ to get your gifts now. Link is in the description. With that, let's get back to Vanity Fair. We recently broke down the May 17th Vanity Fair feature article, Star Wars, The Rebellion Will Be Televised. Here, Kathleen Kennedy's truth about how Star Wars has fared during her Lucasfilm tenure was presented, without fact checks or critical questions from Vanity Fair, because you don't have to deal with that in paid-for puff pieces. But Lucasfilm didn't pay for just that one article. No, they paid for several. And that cover story was comprised of the highlights from 3 other articles. One of these source articles is titled Star Wars Forever, How Kathleen Kennedy is Expanding the Galaxy. And it is here that she spoke about Rian Johnson at greater length. There have been many other articles from other outlets derived from what was said here, but this is the source behind them all. In what was framed as a Q&A session, during which Vanity Fair got to ask vetted and approved questions, they asked, one of the enduring questions that the fans have is about Rian Johnson and his future with Star Wars. Yeah, in their dreams. Is there anything you can tell me about that? I know it's been said that trilogy is still on, but it's been so many years since it was announced. Is that still the case? Can we resolve what's going on with his idea? To which Kennedy answered, after final editing and approvals that is, Rian has been unbelievably busy with Knives Out and the deal that he made at Netflix for multiple movies. I've had meetings with Rian. He's somebody that's come in as part of our little brain trust discussions along the way. He remains very committed to what it is we're trying to do. He just literally hasn't had the time to devote. That's what I'm saying. Anyone who comes into the Star Wars universe need to know that it's a 3, 4, 5-year commitment. That's what it takes. You can't step in for a year and shoot something and then walk away. It just doesn't work that way. So it requires that kind of nurturing. That, then, is the official party line. Rian Johnson has these pesky Netflix commitments, and because of them, he's legally prevented from devoting the years and years of his full and undivided attention that Star Wars requires. Maybe that will change in the future, but for now, don't think about it. Don't wonder why Netflix would have a higher claim on Rian to make sequels to a movie from 2019 for them than Lucasfilm would have on him to make a trilogy announced 2 years earlier. Don't ask any questions, you have been provided the party line, so just accept it. That is the message, the spin, and the acceptable truth that Lucasfilm is using Vanity Fair as a means to communicate to the rest of the entertainment media complex who will further disseminate it to audiences. But instead of accepting that acceptable truth, let's look at what actually happened. According to Bob Iger's memoirs/management handbook, Iger, director J.J. Abrams, and then newly installed Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy together cooked up a loose outline for the sequel trilogy. It selectively used bits and pieces from George Lucas' original sequel trilogy outline, but went in a different direction. It wasn't a very detailed outline for the trilogy as a whole, but detailed enough that between it and what J.J. Abrams established in the first installment, The Force Awakens, it, if nothing else, had the potential to end up a trilogy in every sense of the word.
See you tonight.
But as everyone who has seen the 3 movies that the sequel trilogy ultimately would comprise of know, it's only a trilogy in the sense that they officially share the same continuity. Spiritually, tonally, and story-wise, they are 3 completely different movies. Here, the official record is somewhat sparse, but if we add in the rumors that emanated from the productions at the time, we get a fairly good idea of what happened. For the second installment, Kathleen Kennedy hired Rian Johnson, a fellow ideologue just like her, and maybe for that reason, she gave him a carte blanche to do what he wanted. And in retrospect, that may have been the one key decision that in time would lead to the destruction of both the Star Wars brand, as well as Kathleen Kennedy's legacy. You see, what Rian Johnson wanted to do began with scrapping the outline for the sequel trilogy, and to this end, close off every single story thread set up in The Force Awakens, and doing so in ways which subverted expectations. Upon release in December of 2017, The Last Jedi was hailed by establishment critics as a masterpiece, right up there with, and perhaps even above, The Empire Strikes Back. And against this backdrop of critical praise, Rian Johnson's Star Wars trilogy was gleefully announced. Too bad not all that praise was genuine.
Everybody in our industry occasionally has to play softball, occasionally has to, look the other way a little bit. Everybody has to do it.
Wait, which one? What? Like a movie
in the sense that, I hated a movie, but I won't say that I hated the movie, or an actor behaved a sort of way and you don't want to, put it out there that happened.
Right, because you might not get the next review.
Right.
Next
So
gig.
to some degree, everybody in our industry that is a part of this quote
This is
unquote
why you
access
don't
media
trust
has to sort of decide which battles
critics.
they want to pick.
Right
One
here.
critic revealed how such lavish praise sometimes work.
You look at Last Jedi, I honestly, I don't know anybody out here, maybe 2 people in my life, hundreds of people I talked to that like the movie, all the filmmakers I know that won't talk about it publicly, all the people I know internally, there's all these people that won't, even journalists that give it positive reviews, are like, I do that because I need to maintain my access. Like, privately, There's a lot of people.
I think the thing about it too, though.
So you're saying the ones who gave me good reviews really are phony reviews?
But the other thing too is just the fact that, like, you know, it should be.
I can't name them, but yes, no, well, of course, yes.
So, all that praise from professional critics might not have been entirely genuine. What was entirely genuine, though, was the gradually growing and ever faster escalating fan and general audience backlash. After a strong start, The Last Jedi box office nosedived. And it wasn't just the box office, it was everything Star Wars.
Sci-fi went to shit when it became that.
Mm-hmm.
When they canceled that one series right when it got purchased by NBC, they went to shit. They canceled that fucking show. I can't remember the name of it now offhand. It was one of the best shows on Sci-Fi.
Eureka?
Just Eureka, thank you. I fucking love that show.
Me too.
And I just gave up. I gave up on the Sci-Fi Channel right after that, and I don't pay attention to Sci-Fi Channel.
It was Twin Peaks and X-Files all in one.
Yeah. So I'll get back to this.
The Last Jedi marks the spot where all the arrows started pointing downwards for the franchise at large. In the same Vanity Fair piece, Kathleen Kennedy tacitly blamed the Solo, a Star Wars story underperformance on star Alden Ehrenreich and the audience for refusing to accept a recast Han Solo. But what really killed that movie was first that it was
I'm pretty sure all of you have already subscribed to
that it was released in the early summer of 2018, when anger over The Last Jedi was ever escalating and still growing. It was in the aftermath of Solo's failure that then Disney CEO Bob Iger personally had to step in, and in the fall of 2018, by way of The Hollywood Reporter, he made it clear that where Star Wars was concerned, the buck stopped with him, and therefore no longer with Kathleen Kennedy, whom as president of Lucasfilm, the buck by rights should have stopped with. It was somewhere around this time, in the second half of 2018, that Bob Iger, by all accounts, stepped in and killed the Rian Johnson trilogy. This was a big blow to both Kathleen Kennedy and to Rian Johnson, though this is what freed him to go and take on all those other commitments he since took on, which is what he's so busy with right now. But if the Rian Johnson trilogy really has been dead in the water for the better part of 4 years already, why are they still pretending there is a chance it can happen at some unspecified point in the future, if and when Rian Johnson's schedule eventually clears up? To understand that, we have to consider what The Last Jedi really was. Instead of listing all the ways in which The Last Jedi subverted expectations, just imagine if Rian Johnson instead had directed The Karate Kid.
I agree.
Would you teach me karate? I don't believe in karate anymore. Leave me alone, Daniel-san. I want to die.
That is pretty much what Rian Johnson did to Star Wars. Why would he do such a thing? Well, he actually told us in the movie, celebrating tradition, what you grew up with and the role models of the past is problematic. Instead,
pastime. Kill it if you have to.
And that's what The Last Jedi did. It ended the story right there, so an all-new, all-different Star Wars could take its place from that point onwards. Kathleen Kennedy loved it, as did all of her Lucasfilm hires. Not only is this in line with their ideology and worldview, according to some rumors, so take with the usual grain of salt, this would facilitate ending George Lucas Star Wars and replacing it with Kathleen Kennedy Star Wars going forward. Kathleen Kennedy's all-new, all-different Star Wars was supposed to cement her legacy, and Rian Johnson's trilogy was supposed to be the centerpiece of it. Supporting these rumors, there are widely published reports that Kennedy mandated Galaxy's Edge to be made in the image of her sequel trilogy rather than the image of George Lucas' original trilogy, which was the initial plan, because, and I quote, "There were more Star Wars stories ahead of us than behind us." That may technically be true in terms of how much Star Wars screen time existed before that statement was made compared with after, but not in any other way. It would appear that in their hurry to end the Star Wars of old, they either hadn't contemplated what this all-new, all-different Star Wars was going to look like, or more likely, they had, but Iger blocked it. Either way, The Last Jedi serves as both the beginning and the end for Kennedy's all-new, all-different Star Wars. And that was a big blow to all involved. Since The Last Jedi, for all intents and purposes, had ended the story of the sequel trilogy already in the second installment, J.J. Abrams, who was persuaded to return for the third, had to start over and both set up and close off another story and another villain. It did not go well. In the end, The Last Jedi subversion made the sequel trilogy as a whole a disjointed mess and a creative dead end, which led nowhere and set up nothing going forward. Hence, the only way forward for the franchise was going back to the George Lucas era, the very era that The Last Jedi so explicitly wanted to bury. The Mandalorian, Boba Fett, and now Obi-Wan Kenobi are all testaments to the failure of The Last Jedi. But to the Kennedy faction of Lucasfilm, The Last Jedi still represents something more than that. When new Disney CEO Bob Chapek made it clear that his intention was to make Disney politically neutral again, he faced a rebellion from the many activists within the company. When walkouts subsequently were organized over Disney's initial reluctance at interfering in state politics to have the Florida bill overturned, the Kennedy faction of Lucasfilm proudly and gleefully declared on Twitter, "Lucasfilm walkout. Time to watch The Last Jedi again, because this is a movement of leaders. Anyone can be powerful. No one owns the labor force besides ourselves." While that message really doesn't have anything to do with the Florida bill which spurred the walkouts in the first place, that is what The Last Jedi is to many within Lucasfilm, a political symbol. And not just any random political symbol, but one that encompasses the worldview of a great many people working there. The Vanity Fair piece was commissioned by just these people at Lucasfilm, who cannot admit that The Last Jedi ruined the franchise and that the Rian Johnson trilogy will never happen. The cognitive dissonance would be too painful, hence the acceptable truth. Rian Johnson is too busy. Maybe later, many years from now, when he's done making movies for Netflix. In actual reality, of course, he's busy making movies for Netflix because his Star Wars trilogy will never happen. Or do you think it somehow still might? Let me know in the comments, and before you go, remember that Established Titles is running a big sale right now, and if you use our code MIDNIGHT10, you get...
And that's the end of it. That was a good episode. Andre nails it. Absolutely nailed it. Fuck, I love Andre. And he's got his shit together.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know what you guys thought of that video, but I think it's pretty spot on. He nails it that when you hear the word back burner, that means you're done. Your film's not going to happen. Rian Johnson, and she's out this year. This is the end of her. And I'm holding out for a hero.
I need a hero.
Right. I'm holding out for a hero.
That's the worst part. That's what bothered me the most. Is like when you can't even criticize shit because people think you're just hating it for the sake of hating it, and then they say, "Well, if you don't like it, don't watch it." So okay,
or if you criticize,
but hold on, and then all of a sudden it's like, "Well, you didn't watch it, you can't criticize it, so you can't win with people." It's like, oh, it's not for you anymore. It doesn't work like that. The magical world of Disney was based off a family thing. Everyone had a place at Disney. It was not just for kids.
Yeah,
and I hate people who don't see that and want to just honestly put everyone in one category because they have a fucking bias, right? A freaking bias.
Walt created the parks for one reason, so that everybody would be able to go. He wanted to make it affordable. He didn't want the prices high. He wanted people to be able to bring their families on a vacation, working stiffs, the poor even, and because he wanted poor people to be able to afford to go to Disneyland out in California when he made it. He wanted people to have a place to take their kids and have a good time, you know. But they've lost sight of that, and they've become so greed-oriented and control-oriented, power-oriented that they've become a problem. And I've told people many years ago, because the security force that works for Disney, I did their logo, and I designed their logo, and I won't show it because I'm not really proud of it. But they are their own country. Disney is so fucking large; it is its own country down there. Disney,
a very good country.
They do stuff that I consider illegal according to our Constitution, and that's why the government stepping in, state and federal, is a smart move. We need to get them to stop being so fucking powerful. And I look back when we go back to the past. People are unaware of how Disney got all that land because it was illegal. It was illegal for an individual company to buy all that land. This was a law put forth to prevent Disney from, buying what it wanted, all that swampland. I'm now just drinking water.
That's why Florida doesn't like them.
But what Walt Disney did was very shrewd, very clever, is he created companies, and he multiple companies. These were dummy companies, and they purchased the land and then deeded the land to him when he consumed those companies. And that's how he did it. That's how he got all that fucking land down in Florida. You know, I hate seeing Walt as a greedy guy because really, he really was about people and families. He was absolutely loved family. But that kind of mindset is what led to a lot of the problems that we are now dealing with today. They are a consuming fucking corporation. They are like the Borg, you know. And so the greed of Disney today is, you know, it's not its own animal. It's like not something new. This is something that Disney started, Walt himself, when he did what he did to build Disney World. He wanted that fucking park so much that he was willing to technically commit a crime to get it. Well, that is a problem. You know, it's the loud minority silencing the majority who are like, no, we don't want this. You know, don't do this. And the only way you can keep beating these people is through elections and through voting for, you know, laws, etc. Yeah, they're completely out of control, Keith.
Yep.
Well, that's just it. And if Bob Chapek had kept his fucking word, that piece of shit, we wouldn't be in this situation. Politically neutral. Fuck him. He betrayed everybody. And Bob Iger betrayed everybody. Lucasfilm under, you know, Kathleen Kennedy, she fucked George Lucas and the fans, stabbed him in the back and the fans to do what she's doing. And it's cost them billions. Anybody who says that they're profitable is a fucking idiot. Watch Valiant Renegade. You know, he talks about it all the fucking time, gives you the numbers, shows the dismal failure of Lucasfilm. And if you don't watch Valiant Renegade, you should subscribe to him. He is a really, really good analyst on this stuff. I love watching his show. Two Bobs, one corporation. That's right. Hold on. What was that? Go ahead, do it again. God damn it. All hail the savior of Hollywood, David Zaslav. Yes, Disney needs a David Zaslav coming in like a fucking madman with a sword, just cutting down anybody in the way. We're going to see at least some sanity come back to at least one studio, Warner Brothers. All right, I'm going to click on it. Okay. I wonder what would have happened if Lucas made the new trilogy. Look, I have problems with George Lucas. That's a fact. My problems with George Lucas is he's only really good when he's got people around him saying no. That's why Empire is the best of the original trilogy. Because the director, Irvin Kershner, told him, you're not going to backseat steer this one. If you want me working on this film, directing it, I'm directing it. And so George Lucas absolutely went hands off with the direction, left him alone. Whereas the director of Return of the Jedi, he's a forgettable name for a reason. I mean, what the fuck's he ever done? He was backseat driven by George Lucas. And of course, I'm sure this brings up Backdoor Gerry. I'm sure someone thought of that already when I said backseat. So fuck you guys. Yes, Valiant Renegade rocks. He knows his shit when he starts talking numbers, man. Fucking love that guy. So I'm going to get into next week's or not next week's show, but a forthcoming show in the next few weeks. I don't know if you know who Bob Peak is. He was one of the best movie poster artists going, up there with Drew Struzan, who I'm friends with. Wait, what was that last one from Lucas? Plans for the new trilogy were talked about in an interview with Gary Kurtz in an interview a few years before he passed. All right, so we are one of the forthcoming episodes. We're going to have, and I just talked to him last night, the son of famed movie poster artist Bob Peak. Now, Bob Peak died. We lost him, sadly, but he has touched our lives so much with his movie posters. And let me bring him up for us here. This one is probably one of his top 10 most memorable posters. What he did for Apocalypse Now. One of my favorite posters he did, Any Which Way But Loose. Actually got a Nazis flag in there. It was really surprised me that got put on there. He did the West Side Story album art, but also the movie poster. He's been around for a long fucking time. Rollerball movie poster. Look at that.
That's nice.
Fuck, man. And one of the most memorable posters he ever did. I'm getting to it, Keith. I'm getting to it. Jesus Christ. God, man. Fucking give everything away. Excalibur. Just an absolute beautiful poster. He did several versions, but this one is the one that made it to the poster. And Star Trek. For God's sakes. He did some amazing work over his career. And I love his airbrush stuff as well as his watercolors and acrylics. Superman poster, just beautiful artwork. Superman is not in that image at all, just the emblem. And everything says Superman in that. This is one of his watercolors. I love this piece that he did for Something Wicked This Way Comes. What a great movie. And of course, Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock.
Mm-hmm.
I love that one. Timothy Dalton, James Bond.
License to Kill.
Well, it was originally, this is the original poster. It was a license revoked. And that's it. That's all I got to show for the man. Beautiful artwork, beautiful artist. And we're going to have his son Thomas on, who, of course, is the curator of his art gallery. He is also himself an amazing photographer. Let's see, funny enough, TMP, yep. September. It's available right now on Paramount Plus, but depending on your streaming, you're not guaranteed to actually get the 4K. It says 4K, but you're probably getting something closer to 1080p. And it doesn't matter because the human eye is only capable of seeing 2K. We can't see 4K. We can't. We don't see that. The human eye cannot perceive that. Yeah, 007 was tight. You are correct on that. Correctamundo. But it is available right now in 4K on Paramount Plus, and it will be available on Blu-ray or 4K September 21st, I think. Love his alternate poster, Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. Yes, there are tons of posters out there. If you go look it up, you can actually see many alternate versions, like this poster right here. Multiple versions of this poster. God damn. He went for more of an artistic way of doing light streams or light flares. Whereas Drew Struzan, when he paints a light flare, it's very realistic. He paints it as a light flare. But he did this thing that streams out, and it's so gorgeous. I'll show you one of mine favorites. Bob Peak, Pennies from Heaven. One of the most gorgeous movie posters ever painted. Steve Martin, Bernadette Peters movie, Pennies from Heaven. This is one version. Another version. Another version. Here's another version. Another. Just a gorgeous poster. And I was so pissed as a kid because we didn't have poster shops like they have today. I wanted that poster on my wall as a kid. I just loved that poster. It looked so Blade Runners to me. I mean, Steve Martin even looks a little bit like Harrison Ford at times. I mean, that kind of looks like Harrison Ford there, and I just thought that was neat. This is the movie Pennies from Heaven. No. Yeah, it just has this classic look to it. And I will give you guys an actual date because I know that Sarah's going to be on this week. And on the 10th, we're doing the Dune episode with Nerd Cookies. And then I think the next episode I'm going to try to get Tom Peake to agree to it. Another dick. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of dicks. He did, Richard Donner's Superman. Bob Peake Superman art. So here you go. I'll show you some of the variances of this. This was one version. Another version. This is the one we ended up with. I love this Godfather poster right there. That's really good. And a lot of people know that there's a tie-in between the Godfather and Superman. Keith, I know you know the answer, so don't give it away. Do any of you guys know the connection between Superman the motion picture and Godfather?
Tommy gun?
Post your answers in the chat if you know. I'll give you guys a little bit. Na 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 boom boom. Anyway, they were both done by the same person. What do you mean by that, Tickle Trunk? And you need to say who that person is. Yes, I know you know, Keith. No. All right. I'm done. All right, I'm done waiting for you guys. The answer is Mario Puzo. Mario Puzo, who wrote The Godfather, also wrote the first script of Superman the Motion Picture and penned the novel. Superman the Motion Picture, the novel. Superman the Motion Picture, the novel. This just sounds silly. Both are bulletproof. Once again, the answer is Mario Puzo. Mario Puzo is the creator-writer of The Godfather, and he also wrote Superman the Motion Picture. So there you go. And that's it. Oh, I forgot this poster. I got to share this one. Damn it. Open image. New tab. There we go. Go to the tab. A beautiful poster. Show screen. Boom. Here you go. He did that one. This was The Spy Who Loved Me, as I recall. Well, that's one of the fun things, Peter Vinkman fan site, of watching Keith and I. We actually know stuff and often give that information out for the first time for people. It's like, really? I had no idea. And so you're very welcome. He wrote the first draft, as I recall, and used the first draft to fill in. And then they brought in other writers to rework the script because his was way deeper than where they went. He went into Einstein being part of the plan, had been working with Jor-El through communication, and they were to hide information in a vault about who Superman or Clark was, all this shit. That the meeting of Jonathan and Martha was not an accident. It was on purpose. It was planned. Everything was planned. And they needed to take that away. because the happenstance of everything I think was important. The luck of him being found by them. But in Mario Puzo's version of the story, everything was planned, including his crash landing right next to the Kents in their vehicle. Yep, he did the rewrite of Puzo stuff and fixed all the problems. But the book is the original story that was supposed to go into film. My knowledge is mostly Ghostbusters related, especially Peter Venkman. Well, I mean, that's good. That's not a bad thing. And for you, I'm going to play that video real quick here. I'm scrolling through to find it. There it is.
Hey, where these stairs go? They go up.
There you go. Classic line. So, you know what? I agree with you, Martin. Martin, why don't you jump up here with me?
No.
I agree with you.
On what?
Oh no.
About the Berserker.
Yeah.
Gary, are you a Godzilla fan?
Yeah.
All right. The Apple TV guys, they're doing that series, just brought in Sally Dudikonik.
Yeah, we know. We talked about it earlier.
I wasn't here. Sorry.
Yeah. It's okay. Yeah, we weren't happy about that. But they also brought in Kurt Russell. So I know. We know. It's infuriating. But at the same time, they haven't shot yet and people can be fired. Yep, the novelization was the best. Another great example of great novelization that was fantastic and was not in the film. It's a different story in many ways from what you see in the film. There are similarities. There are a lot of similarities. There's a lot of stuff that they kept from Mario Puzo. But the funny thing is, and this has been brought up by other people, that Mario Puzo was a second-rate novelist. That if it weren't for the movie The Godfather, nobody would have remembered him. And of course, the movie is better than the book. If you've ever read the book, you'll know what I'm saying. The movie is better than the book. But I will tell you a quick story about Mario Puzo. He was eating in a restaurant that was frequented by Frank Sinatra. And Frank Sinatra, if you didn't know, is his name was changed in the book and in the film, but it's clearly, obviously, Frank Sinatra. And he wanted to get the role in the movie From Here to Eternity. But he had banged the director's or producer's wife in real life. And so he was blacklisted by that producer-director. And so he went and asked for favors from The Godfather. And they went and it's shown in the film with them cutting the guy's horse's head off and leaving it in bed with him. And that was all directly related to Frank Sinatra getting that role. And he got the role, even though the producer-director fucking hated him. He got it because he was threatened. And Sinatra hated that, confronted Puzo in that restaurant that he frequented. And Puzo sat there and listened to Frank rant at him and yell at him and threaten him. And his response was, "You're Northern Italian. I'm Southern Italian. You call who you want to call and see what happens." And I thought, that's fucking ballsy as shit. Nothing happened to him. And what he's saying is, you're blue-eyed and I'm dark-eyed and Sicilian. Let's see what happens. You do your thing. And, of course, nothing happened. Typical Sinatra. Yeah, he was kind of as much as I love Frank Sinatra, he was kind of a bully. And he was prone to tantrums. Prime example is when everything fell apart with Kennedy, because he had built a landing pad on his estate and was expecting Kennedy to come stay with him. But after the election, it was decided that Bobby and John should put some space between them and Sinatra because of his relationship with the mafia, and because Bobby's going to be going after some of the mafia and people in the unions with mob ties. And so therefore they ended up going to Bing Crosby's and staying at Bing Crosby's house, which infuriated Sinatra doubly, because not only was he insulted by them, not keeping their word and not coming there, he found out about Bing Crosby, and his exact words to Dean Martin were, Bing Crosby, he's a goddamn fucking Republican. And he just went out with a sledgehammer, true story, went out there and destroyed that fucking landing pad with a sledgehammer, where some of his buddies, including Dean Martin, kind of watched. Like, yeah, Sammy Davis was there. He was fucking crazy, and I lost a lot of respect for Sinatra because he used a punctured eardrum to get out of serving in the military during the war. So Dust Wolf, and they're never going to stop going after beloved franchises to hollow them out as propaganda platforms of the cause. We just have to wait them out. Agreed. And by the way, I should probably do a morning show just about Hollywood actors who went way out of their way to avoid serving during the war, including one actor who claimed he was gay when he wasn't, but tried to use it to get out of serving in the military. And but then right afterward, something happened, and he tried to get it changed. And well, there you go. Star Trek V was a fantastic novelization, better than the film. Yes, you have talked about that before, and I really need to give Frightenstein. I don't know what that. I'm looking forward to the next Godzilla versus Kong. I am looking forward to it. I enjoy him. I love kaiju.
He loves waifu.
I don't know who 45 is.
Trump.
Oh, Trump. I have no idea. I really don't know. I know he's a loudmouth. That's it. He's a loudmouth.
All I know is Martine's avatar reminds me of the very ugly witch from Frankenstein.
Oh, I think he looks like a creepy version of Neil from The Young Ones. First, you put the seed in the soil.
You've never seen the house.
Seed. Then you reap the seed.
You've never seen House of Frankenstein?
No, I don't remember.
Vincent Price.
I don't remember it, dude. I don't remember it.
God.
I have such a huge encyclopedic memory of things, and some things get lost because there's so much information in my head. Wonder what would have happened if Shatner had been able to do everything he wanted for that film. First of all, big mistake, and Keith will tell you this, was he listened to the wrong person, and that's what fucked that film up. Because that certain person was tired of doing the original crew. He wanted to move on. He wanted to do next generation stuff. He was just done. And so all the advice he gave, and Leonard Nimoy advised Shatner to ignore this guy. Don't listen to him. He's got bad advice. And but Shatner listened to him, trusted him. And Keith, you can say who it is. I forget the guy's name. I always forget his name. He screwed Shatner, and he screwed that movie up. And he is still considered like this great person, beloved by Star Trek fans. And if they only knew the truth of what this guy did, they wouldn't love him so much. I like the first film. Yes, I did. I like kaiju films, man. I really do. House of Mouse cartoon. Yeah. I'm actually a big fan of the classic Mickey Mouse cartoons, like the Ghost Hunter one they did. That was great. Rhyming on hilarious House of Frightenstein was amazing. Come on, Keith. Help him out. Yes, he does. Oh my God, yes. That really does. I'm going to put you center screen. Look at that. That really does look like that character that Christopher Lee played on Space 1999. You got anything to add, Stephen?
Good evening.
Thank you, sir. There's the name, Harv Bennett. Harv Bennett is a fucking asshole. He really is. He got tired of the classic crew and really fucked Shatner over and fucked that movie up. So a lot of people, there he is. I'm going to pull him up. This is that son of a bitch.
Oh, there's a good thing we can do. I can do one night. We can go through the old public domain. It's Disney Racist Cartoon Hour.
Oh my god! Oh my god! So much racist cartoons out there.
I know.
They blackface so much.
Yep.
And here he goes, Harv Bennett. There he is. And he died in 2015. This is what he looked like just before he died. This is him in Star Trek. Made an appearance. There he is there. And as beloved as you think he is with Star Trek, this guy right here, Leonard Nimoy, knew to...
Leonard Nimoy?
Yeah, Leonard Nimoy had problems with Harv Bennett because Harv Bennett would try to wrangle him. And Leonard Nimoy trusted his instincts. And because he was constantly, he was trying to control everything going on with Star Trek. And he felt like he was, Gene Roddenberry in many ways. And so therefore, he tried to tell Leonard to do things, and Leonard wouldn't listen to him. He would argue with him, and then he would do things his own way. And so Leonard went forth and warned Shatner, warned him that he was going to do that. That if you listen to him, because here he had a lot of photos with him and Leonard together because he was always on the set. And he was always there trying to push, prod. Here they are. This is actually script books. They're talking about the script right here. I'm telling you, Star Trek V, the fucked up shit in it is all thanks to this fucking man right here, Harv Bennett.
Like Peter?
I have a large portion of all the kaiju movies made. I probably have more kaiju films than disaster films. I even get... Yeah. Look, dude, I fucking love Robot Jocks, man. Fucking love that movie, dude.
Hell yeah, Robot Jocks is nice.
I loved all those films, that came out between 1987 and 1994 from Asylum and all that. It just fucking... I love the animation. They were using Go Motion animation, and it was really good. But yeah, man, I got to tell you, warn you, Harv Bennett was a piece of shit when it came to Star Trek, because if not for him, Star Trek V wouldn't have sucked.
Is that the one with God?
Yes, and it is one of Shatner's greatest, most memorable fucking lines in the history of Star Trek.
Why did God need a starship?
You're talking to the Almighty, Jim. It's a very good question. Why does God need a starship? Igor, I don't know you, but you are here. Thank you for the $2.
That's Tickle Trunk.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
You did. But thank you for the $2 Canadian, man. Or is that California?
You can tell because he's a member and he's Canadian.
Gonna keep that up there. Let me get something here for you. This is from Star Trek, because we're talking Star Trek. Where's it at? Where is it at? There it is. Here we go.
I'll chase him round the moons of Nibia and round the Antares maelstrom and round perdition's flames before I give him up.
A practical quote right from Moby Dick.
Moby Dick.
That's a big ass dick. How big a dick is it? Moby. But thank you for the $2, buddy. Star Trek 4 script was written in a weird way due to Bennett. Yeah, Harv. Look, don't get me wrong. He had a place, and he has a place in Star Trek history where he's not a villain. But because of Star Trek V, I perceive him as pretty much a villain, because he would have got a much better fucking movie if he hadn't fucked with things. And I'm going to open this up here so we can share it again. Another beautiful painting by Bob Peak. There we go. Let me open that up. And boom.
Have a nice day, Mr. Tickle Trunk.
Oh, are you leaving, buddy? Take care. Yeah, I know you've been hanging around too long. Good seeing you, man, and thanks for all the super chats. But there it is, Bob Peak. Hope all you guys show up when Thomas comes on, because he's a wonderful guy. I've been friends with him for a while, and I realized I haven't invited him on. And I thought, what a dick move. I should be inviting my friends, people I know in the industries. And Tom is just a genuinely nice person. Nicholas Meyer and Leonard Moy wrote the good portion of Star Trek 4. Yeah, and Nick Meyer, in my opinion, had one of the greatest impacts on Star Trek. Everything written from the Enterprise crew arriving. Nick Meyer brought the Navy back into Star Trek against Gene Roddenberry's better wishes. But he makes a convincing argument. Starfleet, everything says Navy. And of course, the way he did the rank system, even on the original series, it had the feeling of Navy, and of course the famous vessels. Almost every single version of Enterprise that was used, but one, was a naval vessel. The only other one was the shuttle, and the shuttle was named Enterprise because of Star Trek. In fact, the entire crew were invited at the christening of this shuttle when it first made its public appearance with NASA. It's a beautiful experience. But look at this artwork, man. Just look at that. And the thing I love about Bob Peak is, and this is very true about other movie poster artists, is he's not doing exactly a photo drawing where it's exactly like the person, but here it is really close to it. But he does something like another artist, Richard, I forgot his last name. He did Amsel, Richard Amsel. Richard Amsel would slightly enlarge the eyes on the face on a lot of his movie posters. And it really draws you in when you do that. This was a technique, and Bob Peak did it slightly as well. You could see it also on the Steve Martin piece with Pennies from Heaven. But once again, he does these great lines of light. Whereas he was J.J. Abrams before J.J. Abrams. No. But I love his use of light in his pictures. Excalibur, everything. Does it in Star Trek. All these lines of light. Just gorgeous. This is beautiful art. World lost a great artist with him. Yeah. And Richard Amsel, too. He died young. A lot of people don't know he died of AIDS. A young gay man. And took his life. Well, he died from complications from an infection while having AIDS. Because AIDS, once again, it's an immunodepressive or suppressive disease. And he wasn't able to fight the disease, and it killed him. Goddamn shame. But a lot of people don't know a lot of famous actors that died of AIDS. One of them was the gentleman from Raiders of the Lost Ark. Forget his name. Hold on. Raiders.
Also, that monkey from Outbreak with, what's his name? From Huckabees.
Now, the sick joke immediately that I went to in my head when you said that, the monkey, is because he got fucked by Rock Hudson.
Oh, shit. Who was the one in I Heart Huckabees who was also in the movie Outbreak? Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah, it's a good movie, man.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Dale Dye's in that, my boss.
Oh. Okay, so not such a good movie anymore.
Shut up. Here it is.
Yeah, just kidding.
Let me pull this up real quick here. Denholm Elliott. People might not recognize the name, but I'll share it with you real quick. Share screen. Oh, look at you. You're sharing screen.
Oh, look at you! You learned the
Thank you.
mouse button.
Thank you. Come again.
Anyway,
Denholm Elliott is this gentleman here from Raiders of the Lost Ark, best known. He died from a transfusion. He was one of those few people who went in for surgery. Great picture of him and Sting when they did the movie Brimstone and Treacle together. I love that movie if you've never seen it. Brilliant actor. Lost him right after he did Indiana Jones and the
Temple of Doom.
No, the Crusade one.
Last Crusade.
Last Crusade. That was his last film. It's a damn shame. Good performance in that. He was great. And he died within a year of that, or 2 years of that. 2 years. He died within 2 years of that. But Denholm Elliott, great fucking English actor. And he went in for I can't remember what it was. It was something simple. But he required a blood transfusion. And it's because of situations like what happened to him that led to people donating their own blood to themselves. Before, they plan weeks ahead and make sure to donate their own blood where it's stored. And that way, when they go in, the only blood they get is their own blood. Because too many people were getting transfusions with tainted blood. I don't know. Is AIDS as widespread as it was in the 80s? No, it's not. But today, with the proper medication and taking care of yourself, we've already seen one such person, Magic Johnson, shows zero signs of it in his blood. It's amazing. So, but no, we don't have as much people getting infected with AIDS, but we've gone over 2 hours, and I'm getting antsy. Need to go to the bathroom, in other words. So I'm going to wrap this shit up. It was nice watching the Midnight's Edge video. I'm glad everybody stuck around. I mean, shit, we still have 15 people watching right now for a, not one of our main shows, just doing this shit. Are you going to still make it to tomorrow, Fats? Because I was kind of wanting to have you on tomorrow to promote our show tomorrow night.
I hopefully should.
Okay. And so with that, I'm going to go ahead and thank everybody for coming. I don't know. Do you have, Martin, do you have a collection of their names?
Yes.
Excellent.
Random viewer number 1. Random viewer number 2.
This is not Twitter, man. There you have it.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Keith.
Thank you, Keith.
So I want to thank everybody for being here. Of course, our partner in crime with Scoop Zone, Arwen Avalon. Bill Barkley, good on you, lad. You over in Scotland. Chris from Moonlight Production, my good friend Chris. Das Wolfen, another good friend of mine. Deleted Scenes, my friend. D-Bub Martin. I kind of like him. Cool dude. I'm so glad to see all you guys, man. I really am. Infomedia Live, Jacob the Critic, another personal friend of Keith's and mine. Kingsport Cal, Monkey Jeebus, one of my favorite monkeys. Mr. Tickle Trunk, Parrot Head, PJO, Dork Knight's mom, Pops, Real Wade Nation, 6, Sox Bulletin, that 70s rock fan, The Dork Knight, which I didn't see him in the chat. The Lovely Sherry, the Peter Vinkman fan site, and of course, my other favorite monkey, War Monkey. Thanks for popping in, guys. It's so nice to see you guys in the morning, hanging out with you, just talking crap, And from everyone here at Keithland, good day. Good eye, Mike. Good eye. Like seeing you guys. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Maybe Fat Steven will be with me because we're going to be talking about what show. Well, we're going to talk a little bit about what show we're going to be doing that night on Shit Talk, which is every Wednesday at.
Yes, I'll be hosting.
What time do we do it? 8 o'clock? What time? I forget.
7:30.
7:30. 7:30 Central Time or Eastern Time? That's Eastern Time.
Eastern Time.
Yeah, so 6:30 Central Time for me. But I want to thank everybody for showing up. You guys are great. Thanks for the super chats. And with that, I bid you all adieu.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Pop Culture Minefield. If you've enjoyed the show, please make sure to like, subscribe,
again, Keith, you
and don't
sound
forget to
stopped
click
up
the
in
bell
this
icon for
one.
updates.
Yeah, it sounds
on
very
our shows
unblack.
and channel. Also, please leave a comment,
man.
and we'd like to know what you thought of the episode, as well as letting us know if there's something you'd like us to cover in a future episode. Don't forget that you can become a member of Pop Culture Minefield now. Make sure to visit our membership page and merch store at popcultureminefield.com. You can always find Pop Culture Minefield on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch.
Y'all come back now, you hear?